This article is a comprehensive list of all the actual possessions of the Portuguese Empire. Territories of the Portuguese Empire. In Africa, Portuguese presence in Africa started in 1415 with the conquest of Ceuta and is generally viewed as ending in 1975, with the independence of its later colonies, although the present autonomous region of Madeira is located in the African plate. Some 650 kilometers off the North African coast, Madeira belongs and has always belonged ethnically, culturally, economically and politically to Europe. Some 955 kilometers from the European mainland. Angola, Portuguese West Africa. Colony, Crown Colony, Overseas Province, State. Independence in 1975. Arguim, Accra, Cabinda. Protectorate, Congo District, Intendancy subordinate to Makwela, Dependency of Zaire District, Intendancy of Zaire and Cabinda, Intendancy under Portuguese Angola, Dependency under Angola, restored as district. Controlled by Frente Nacional para a Libertação de Angola as part of independent Angola in 1975, declared Cabinda a republic in 1975, but not recognized by Portugal nor Angola. Cabo Verde, Cape Verde. Settlements, Dominion of Crown Colonies, Crown Colony, Overseas Province, Autonomous Republic. Independence in 1975. Ceuta. Possession. Ceded to Spain in 1668. Elmina. Possession. Captured by the Dutch West Indies Company. Fernando Po and Annobone. Colonies. Ceded to Spain in 1778. Portuguese Gold Coast. Ceded to Dutch Gold Coast in 1642. Guinea Acute Portuguesa, Portuguese Guinea. Colony, Overseas Province. Unilateral independence declared in 1973, recognized by Portugal in 1974. Cashew. Captaincy. United with Bissau in 1879. Bissau. Settlement under Cashew. Captaincy. Abandoned. Separate colony under Cape Verde. United with Cashew in 1879. Madagascar. Southern part. Madeira. Possession. Colony. Crown Colony. Autonomous District. Made an autonomous region in 1976. Mascarene Islands. Fortified post. Malindi. Occupation. Mombasa. Occupation. Colony subordinate to Goa, capital of Portuguese India. Under Omani sovereignty in 1729. Morocco enclaves Aguz, Suaragedima Alcasa Sega, Lqsars Segir Azila, Asala. Restored to Morocco in 1589. Azemmour. City restored to Morocco in 1541. Muzagan, El Jadida. Possession. Incorporation into Morocco in 1769. Mogador, Essuera Safam, Safi Santa Cruz do Cabo de Gui Acute, Agadir. Mocambique, Portuguese East Africa. Possession. Subordinate to Goa, Captaincy General, Colony subordinate to Goa, Colony, Overseas Province, State, Local Transitional Administration. Independence in 1975. Wadna, Quilo, São João Baptista de Ajuda. Colonial fort. Fort subordinate to the Portuguese colony of Brazil. Fort administered by colonial governor subordinate to Portuguese São Tomé and Príncipe. Fort re-established under separate administration. Annexed by Dahomey in 1961. São Tomé and Príncipe. São Tomé e Príncipe. Crown Colony, Overseas Province, Local Administration. Independence in 1975. São Tomé. Possession, Colony, Crown Colony, Administration under Dutch occupation. French occupation in 1648. Príncipe. Colony. United with São Tomé in 1753. Tangier. Possession. Ceded to England in 1662. Zanzibar. Possession. Became part of Oman in 1698. Zaginka. Possession. Ceded to France in 1888. North Atlantic and North America. The Azores were discovered soon in the Discovery Ages. Labrador and Court Real brothers later explored and claimed Greenland and eastern modern Canada from 1499 to 1502. Azores. Colonies, Captaincy General, autonomous districts of Angra do Heroísmo, Horta and Ponta Delgada, made an autonomous region in 1976. Greenland Possession claimed by João Fernandes Labrador in 1499 or 1500, seen as claimed in the Cantino Planisphere of 1502, Rionel Lopo Home Chart of 1519 and Rionel Map of 1535. Land of the Court Real, claimed after the voyages of the Court Real brothers. Terra Nova, claimed by Miguel and Gaspar Court Real, latter by João Alvarez Fagundes, also known as Terra Nova dos Bacalhaus. Labrador, claimed by the Court Real brothers and maybe by João Fernandes Labrador. Nova Scotia, explored and claimed by João Alvarez Fagundes. In Central and South America, Brazil was explored and claimed in 1500, and become independent in 1822. Unlike the Spanish, the Portuguese did not divide its possession in South America in several viceroyalties. Barbados. Possession known as Os Barbados, discovered by Pedro Campos in 1536, being an exile post for Brazilian Jews. The only Caribbean possession the Portuguese held for 84 years until Portugal abandoned the island to continue exploring nearby Brazil. Possession known as Ilha de Santa Cruz, later Terra de Vera Cruz. Colony, Vice-Kingdom, Kingdom united with the Kingdom of Portugal. Independence in 1822. Cisplatina. Occupation. Captaincy in 1817, adhered as a province of the new Empire of Brazil in 1822, became independent 1827, changing its name to Uruguay. French Guiana, occupation, restored to France in 1817. Nova Colonia do Sacramento, colony in present Uruguay, ceded to the Spanish Empire in 1777. In Asia and Oceania, India was reached by the Portuguese in 1498 by Vasco da Gama. Macau was the last possession in Asia and was handed over to the People's Republic of China in 1999. Aden, Protectorate. Bahrain, possession, driven out by a native revolt and occupied by Persian troops. Ceylon, colony, Dutch took control in 1656, Jaffna taken in 1658. Flores Island, possession, sold the island to the Dutch East Indies. Solor, possession, Gamru, Bandar Abbas, possession, conquered by Persian forces. Hormuz, possession subordinate to Goa, captured by a joint force between the Persia and the English East India Company. Laccadive Islands, Lakshadweep, driven out by its native inhabitants. Macau, settlement, leased territory subordinated to Goa, overseas province, combines overseas province with Portuguese Timor under Goa, overseas province, Chinese territory under Portuguese administration, returned to full sovereignty of People's Republic of China as a special administrative region in 1999. Cologne, occupation in 1864. Taipa, occupation in 1851. Ilha Verde, incorporated in 1890. D. João, Lapa and Montana Islands, settled by Portuguese missionaries in the 19th century, occupation by Portuguese troops in 1938, taken in 1941 by the Empire of Japan and restored to China in 1945. Makassar, lost to the Dutch. Malacca, settlement, lost to the Dutch. Maldives, possession, Maluku Islands. Amboina, Ambon, settlement. Ternate, settlement. Tidor, colony, seized by Dutch in 1605. Muscat, possession, India Portuguesa, Portuguese India, overseas province, taken over by India in 1962 and recognized by Portugal in 1974. Bakheim, Vasai, possession. Bombay of Mumbai, possession. Calicut, Kozhikode, settlement. Kambai, Kavat, Possession Cananor, Kalathanadu, Possession Chal, Possession Chittagong, Possession Kochi, Kochi, Possession Cranganore, Kodungalur, Possession Damau, Daman. Acquisition in 1559. Became part of overseas province in 1946. Taken over by India in December 1961. Diu. Acquisition in 1535. Became part of overseas province in 1946. Taken over by India in December 1961. Dadra. Acquisition in 1779. Taken over by India in 1954. Goa. Colony. Became part of overseas province in 1946. Taken over by India in December 1961. Huli. Huli. Possession Nagar Haveli. Acquisition in 1779. Taken over by India in 1954. Masulapatnam. Makilapatnam Thanlin. Possession Mangalore Nagarpatam, Nagarpatin and Paliacate, Pulicash. Occupied by the Dutch in 1610. Kulau, Column. Possession Salsetta Island. Possession. Conquered by the Marathas. Sao Tome de Mylapore, Mylapore. Settlement Surat. Settlement Tuticorin, Tutakudi. Socotra. Possession. Became part of Mara Sultanate of Kish and Suktra, Qatar. Possession. Lost to the Ottomans. Timor. Claimed and partially possessed from 1520 to 1640. West Timor. Part of Timor lost to the Dutch in 1640. Portuguese Timor. Colony subordinate to Portuguese India, subordinate to Macau, separate colony, overseas territory, republican unilateral independence, proclaimed, annexed by Indonesia. UN administration from 1999 until independence in 2002. Present-day countries with territories once part of the Portuguese Empire. The Portuguese Empire spread over time throughout a vast number of territories that are now part of 60 different sovereign states, many of which did not exist as they are at the time.